Hey guys, Charlie here, back for another video. Today I'm going to show you a bunch of things that I've picked up over the last month. I did a record shop at the end of the holidays, and also one a couple of weeks ago. I've got some really cool things to show you. So I'm just gonna dive straight into it. I've got 6 CDs, one vinyl, and two CD DVD packs that I'll show you. So let's hop straight into it. So first thing I got Here and Now by Nickelback right here. I did an album ranking a few weeks ago, and I ranked this album pretty high. So I just got a broken thing in there, a broken disc bumper. But oh well, it's extremely annoying when that happens. It's hey, what are you gonna do? So and I was talking about this album, and from when I've looked at some other Nickelback album rankings on YouTube, and I seem to like this album more than other people do. I ranked it number 4 out of 9, so it's one of my favorite Nickelback albums. I find it, it's a really good, fun, hard rock album, which I love a lot. A lot of great heavy riffs and some great mellow tracks as well. This Means War, Bottoms Up. Obviously, When We Stand Together is the big hit from it. Midnight Queen has a super cool guitar solo in it. Lullaby is one of my favorite Nickelback songs of all time. Kiss of Goodbye is another one of my favorite Nickelback songs of all time. That is absolutely amazing. Holding On to Heaven, Don't Ever Let It End. So obviously this is the 2011 album. Really good stuff. And next up, from another band I did an album ranking on, Foo Fighters. I got the brand new album, Medicine at Midnight. I showed you this in the video. This is a really good album. It's kind of a more up-tempo Foo Fighters album, so to speak, but still got a lot of really great hard rocking, riffy stuff. Making a Fire, Shame Shame is a great song. That was the first single. My favorite song on this album is probably Cloud Spotter. That's a really cool song. Waiting on a War is great. No Son of Mine's really cool. Love Dies Young. So I'll just show you this cool picture on the inside. It's a little digipack. I really like this. I really like this album. Do go and check out my Foo Fighters album ranking. I'm getting a notification on my screen about my McAfee expiration. Am I able to get rid of it? Doesn't look like it, unfortunately, but Foo Fighters, Medicine Midnight, really good stuff. Next thing I got, I'm a huge Judas Priest fan. I got Redeemer of Souls, the 2014 album. Let me just see if I can show that up close. This is one of my favorite album covers of all time. I absolutely love that. There's the back. So this is the first album with Richie Faulkner, from 2014. I think it's a really solid album. I don't think it's one of their best by any means, but still a lot of great songs. I think, in comparing this and Firepower, which I did a review ago and gave it a very high rating, I think the songs on this kind of follow the same formulas as Firepower, but the production isn't as great. It's kind of dark and murky, and so I know I've heard that criticism from a lot of people. I mean, it works for the music, but it does suffer a little bit. But I think if you got Andy Sneap to produce this and give the type of production he'd do on Firepower or one of the other albums that I'm going to show you, I think this would be a pretty spectacular album. Well, maybe not spectacular, but a bit better than it was. But as it stands, it's still quite good. Dragonaut's great. The title track. The two songs that I really like are Halls of Valhalla and Sword of Damocles. Those two songs are amazing. March of the Damned is great. Down in Flames, Metalizer. Battle Cry is awesome, and Beginning of the End is a really kind of great mellow album closer. So good solid stuff here. Redeemer of Souls by Judas Priest. Obviously, Judas Priest are working on a new album now. Hopefully we'll see that next year at some point. Looking forward to that. And of course, we're soon getting the brand new album from KK's Priest. Obviously, KK Downing left Priest after Nostradamus. That's the first album without him. But he's put together his own band with Tim Ripper Owens on vocals. And we're getting that album soon, so greatly looking forward to that. Yeah, and let's on with the show. So I'm a huge Accept fan. I got the Too Mean to Die Deluxe color vinyl box back in February, March. I ordered it in January because it was a pre-order, but I didn't get it until like February or March. But I got Blood of the Nations, obviously the big comeback album, which featured it's the first album with Mark Tornillo on vocals. Of course, they've done 5 albums with him since, and all those albums are really good. So easily one of the most consistent heavy metal bands. There's no terrible Accept album. Yeah, there's a few that aren't great, but most of their albums are really good. As is this one. I'd rank this one pretty high. I don't want to give it away because eventually I'm going to do an album ranking, but yeah, I'm a big fan. This has become quite a beloved album. It is probably the most beloved of all the most recent albums. First album in 14 years, so it's quite a big return. There's a lot of kind of war imagery. Obviously, that album cover is a hand doing the peace symbol, and it's covered in blood, symbolizing blood of the nations on the back. You might not be able to see that clearly, but that's a soldier's boot, like on the battlefield, and if you open up on the inside, it's got a bomb that says peace on it, and of course that's the nuclear sign, and this is on Nuclear Blast Records. Something else that I'm going to show you that I think's really cool, is that with the band pictures, they give them these little dog tags. So these are things that soldiers would wear around the battlefield so that people would know who they are if they were shot or wounded. It has their name on it, their band. Obviously this one's for Mark Tornillo. It says Tornillo, Mark, Accept, vocals, blood type A, and it labels them all as blood type A, in fact. I think, yeah, I'm not a scientist, so I don't know a lot about different blood types, but, yeah, so that was a cool little feature in the booklet, and the songs in this album are just totally great. Andy Sneap produces this. He's produced all the albums, and it sounds huge. It's heavy. Great guitar tone. Beat the Bastards. What an amazing album opener that is. Teutonic Tower is just totally just spectacular. The Abyss is great. Title track, man, the first 4 songs, you can't beat that. Locked and Loaded's really cool. Rolling Thunder, Pandemic is awesome. No Shelter, Bucket Full of Hate. So amazing album, Blood of the Nations. And I got the last 2 CDs are both by the same artist that I've been hugely getting into over the last month. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with them, and if you're familiar with this band, you definitely know this album, Dirt by Allison Chains, one of the most beloved grunge albums of all time. Allison Chains, they're kind of more of like an alternative metal album than like straight up alternative rock, grunge, like Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Foo Fighters, that kind of thing. They're definitely on the much heavier side. It's kind of really sludgy and stuff. What a cool album cover that is. But yeah, obviously, this is by far their most beloved album. Most of their biggest, most popular songs of all time are on here, and for good reason. Amazing album full of great songs. Them Bones, obviously, Damn That River, my favorite song on this album is probably Rain When I Die. That is a great song. Rooster, that is an Alice in Chains classic. The title track is really good. Hate to Feel, Angry Chair, Down the Hole, and Wood, which is probably the most popular song, but great song, great way to end off the album. So, obviously, this is their second album, and it features the classic lineup. Lane Staley, Jerry Cantrell, who is the most important member of Alice in Chains, who's been on every album, and Mike Starr on bass. He unfortunately died in 2018, and he left after this album and was replaced by Mike Inez and Sean Kinney on drums, who is still in the band to this day. So yeah, really great album, Dirt. Now this is an album that I strongly recommend to check out if you haven't already. So after the self-titled album, that was the last studio album we had from Alice in Chains for 14 years, and it was the last one to feature Lane, because of course he died in 2002, which was 7 years after Alice in Chains had made any music. He had huge drug problems. We all know those stories. We don't need to get into that. They did the MTV Unplugged album as well. Then in 2009, the band got back together, with 3/4 of the lineup from the self-titled album, Jerry, Sean, and Mike Inez. And of course, and William Duvall, guitarist and co-vocalist, and they have done 3 albums. Which, I mean, if you haven't checked them out just because Lane's not there, I know there's people out there. Please just go and check out some of the songs and go and check them out. They're all so good. So the big comeback album was Black Gives Way to Blue in 2009. Devil Put Dinosaurs Here in 2013 was also an amazing album, and this is their most recent album, Rainier Fog, from 2018. Just really awesome stuff. It's doomy, it's heavy, one of the things I really like with Alice in Chains is when they do the ballads, like, with more, like, acoustic guitar stuff. They're not just, like, ballady type songs. They're kind of just really dark and moody and atmospheric, which I love as well. There's a couple of those on this album, Maybe, and Fly, and the last song, All I Am. Those 3 songs are all great. Fly in particular, that's one of my favorites on this album. But in fact, speaking of that song, so Rainier Fog, the title is a tribute to Mount Rainier in Seattle, which I think they're kind of trying to play homage to here, except with the Illuminati sign, and then you got a lot of pictures. There's pictures here. And so this picture here, it kind of folds out. You've got the eye that goes across there, and that's hollow. And you got this picture here, and it says, "Waiting out the storm till the skies are clear to fly." And that's a line in the song Fly. And there's some other great stuff. The One You Know, the title track is amazing. Red Giant, Drone, Deaf Ears, Blind Eyes, So Far Under, Never Fade is awesome, and All I Am, the last song, is great as well. So, really good album. Do go and check this out if you haven't checked out the more recent Alice in Chains stuff. So that's all the CDs out of the way. Now I'll show you my vinyl now. I got Wasting Light by Foo Fighters. I did a Foo Fighters album ranking, and this was number 3, so this is one of my favorite albums of theirs. Really love it. I love that album cover as well. I mean, a lot of really great stuff. Bridge Burning, the opening song, one of my favorite Foo Fighters songs. Rope, White Limo is a really cool, heavy, screamy one. These Days is great. Mr. Misery, Walk. The last song is fantastic as well. So, phenomenal album. Really love the packaging on this. I love how the inner sleeves have some cool pictures as well. Sorry, just knocked the computer a bit. Just going to put that back in. And of course, this here you got the really awesome FF logo, and there's some credits on the back there. So really, really great stuff here. Here, and I'll show you the gatefold again. Yep, Foo Fighters Wasting Light. And the last two things I've got to show you here are a couple of CD and DVD packs. The first of which is Anthrax Chili on Hell. So this is, as the title says, live in Chile. This is a DVD and CD pack. It kind of opens up like this. It comes with a Nuclear Blast Records slip thing. And there's all the discs there. So it's got Blu-ray and 2 CDs. This is a really great live album. So with this album, like for kind of, they play most of the songs on Among the Living, which is Anthrax's most beloved album. Most people consider that their favorite album by these guys. I mean, and it's legendary for a reason. A lot of great stuff. They play the title track, Cordon and Marsh, I'm the Law. I mean, some Anthrax classics right there. Evil Nick of Fesson, NFL. Skeleton in the Closet. They also have with the Blu-ray, they have some kind of like documentary snippets in there, where they're kind of talking. This is celebrating their 30th anniversary type thing. So there are a few like little snippets: Chili on Hell, 30 Years of Anthrax, Metal Masters, The Scene. And they do a lot of great live versions. They do a few songs from Worship Music, which was the most recent album at the time. In the End, I'm Alive. They do a live cover of TNT by AC/DC. Indians in My World, Fight Until You Can't is amazing. Madhouse, and then they close off with the Antisocial cover. So, really great live album. Do go check this out. And the last thing I'll show you is another release from Accept. It is Restless and Live from the Blind Rage tour. I'll just take this cool like little book thing out. Oh dear. Those CDs aren't actually stuck in there. They're kind of just floating there, which isn't great. I mean, they could fall out, which is a problem. Yeah, it comes with like this pack thing comes with like a little book section, with some cool pictures. Screw it, just gonna gently take that out, and put it down there, and put it back in, and I'm finished with it. Some cool pictures. So I won't show you all of them, but there you go. And I play, and the DVD is live at Bang Your Head 2015, and then the CDs every song on that live set except Princess of the Dawn, with a bunch of other stuff from various locations. So they play a bunch of newer songs and some older songs as well. They open up with Stampede, which is the opening song, and Blind Rage, fantastic song. They play title track Stalingrad, as well as some old songs, London Leather Boys, Restless and Wild title track, Final Journey is an amazing song, Losers and Winners, 200 Years, Midnight Mover, No Shelter, Princess of the Dawn, and of course they close out with the same 4 songs that they close out a lot of concerts, Fast as a Shark, Metal Heart, Teutonic Terror, and Balls to the Wall, all timeless Accept classics. And then this CD has a bunch of extra songs that aren't on the DVD. Hellfire, Living for Tonight, Demon's Night, From the Ashes We Rise. What else? Starlight, The Curse, Flash Rocking Man, Bulletproof, Fall of the Empire. So really good live album. Do go check this out. And that's all that I've got to show for you guys today. Do leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. I'm hoping to do a couple more album rankings. So, yep. See you guys later, and thanks for watching.